Stalker 2 is finally here, and yes, it's going to keep you busy while you wait for Microsoft Flight Simulator to make its move. Don't worry, Flight Sim is coming eventually. In the meantime, get ready to explore the Chernobyl exclusion zone, battle mutants, and maybe survive long enough to check out some Star Wars updates, epic Steam deals, and our GeForce Now Game of the Week. Let's dive in. Stalker 2 is officially out and available to stream right now, and if you're a fan of intense survival games, this one's calling your name. But let's be clear, this isn't Call of Duty. If you're expecting fast-paced run and gun action, think again. Stalker 2 is all about survival, managing your resources, navigating the eerie Chernobyl exclusion zone, and trying not to get wrecked by mutants and anomalies. Now, full transparency, I'll be holding off for a couple of weeks until some extra patches smooth things out. That said, early players seem to be loving the challenge. If you're diving in now, prepare to have your patience and your decision-making skills tested. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving in one of the harshest worlds gaming has to offer. Star Wars Outlaws just dropped its first major story pack, the Wildcard update. For those of you gaming on Steam, the game also lands on the platform today, so now's the perfect time to dive in. This update has you teaming up with the ultimate smooth talker, Lando Calrissian, for a high-stakes sabacc tournament. It's not just about cards, it's about bluffing, blasting and charming your way through the Star Wars underworld. If that's not enough, there's a free Forest Commando character pack for GeForce Now members loaded with tactical gear for you and Nyx, your loyal companion. The update also scatters new contract missions across the galaxy, giving you plenty of opportunities to build your reputation or just line your pockets with credits. Whether you're a die-hard Star Wars fan or just looking for an excuse to fire up your lightsaber again, this is one update you don't want to miss. Fallout 3 and Oblivion are finally here to stream, and I know plenty of you have been waiting for this. These are two of Bethesda's biggest hits, and honestly, they've still got the charm to pull you back in. I remember Oblivion being a massive deal on Xbox, like everyone was talking about it, but let's be real, I'm still blaming it for the whole cosmetic DLC trend in gaming. Remember the horse armor? Paying for fancy horse plating back in the day felt ridiculous. Now it's basically standard. Thanks for that, Oblivion. Fallout 3, on the other hand, takes us back to the irradiated wasteland of Washington DC, and it's still one of the best post-apocalyptic adventures out there. If you're in the mood for some nostalgia, or just want to see where some of gaming's biggest trends started, these two are worth firing up. Towers of Agasba is out now, but fair warning, it's in early access, so bugs are definitely part of the package. Like most early access games, it's a bit of a mixed bag, with reviews reflecting that still figuring things out stage. The concept is solid. Build and explore in a vibrant fantasy world, shaping it as you go. But honestly, I'm not sure about this one yet. It's the kind of game that could either blossom into something amazing or stay stuck in early access limbo. If you're curious and okay with some rough edges, it might be worth a look. Just keep those expectations in check. Alright, let's talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Officially, it launches on PC Game Pass this week, and Nvidia has confirmed it's coming to GeForce Now. Eventually, they're working with Xbox Game Studios to get it up and running, but there's no date yet, and I'm not surprised. Last week I said I wasn't confident that it would launch right away, and here's why. This game is a beast when it comes to streaming data. In early technical tests, it was pulling up to 180 megabits per second while flying. Let that sink in. 81 gigabytes of data per hour at high settings. Flying over densely populated areas isn't just gorgeous, it's a massive data hog. Now imagine that multiplied by the number of people streaming on GeForce Now at the same time. It's not hard to see why Nvidia might be hesitant. They need to make sure Flight Sim doesn't cause turbulence for everyone else using the platform. The irony is wild. It's the perfect game for cloud gaming, but also possibly one of the worst for GeForce Now's back-end systems. So while we wait for Nvidia to figure this out, the good news is that they're committed to bringing it to the platform when it's ready. And let's be real, once it lands, this is going to be one of the ultimate cloud gaming experiences. Until then, we'll keep you posted on any updates. Assassin's Creed Shadows has already popped up on Steam. Ubisoft fans, you know what that means. There's a good chance it'll hit GeForce Now when it launches. Now, just because it's on Steam doesn't automatically guarantee it'll stream on GFN, but let's be real, it's Ubisoft. They've been one of the most consistent publishers supporting cloud gaming, so I bet we'll see it there sooner rather than later. Endzone 2's November update drops on November 29th, bringing balanced radiation mechanics and 2 new expeditions, the Endzone bunker, and a military base with puzzles to solve. The December roadmap promises trading, wildlife, and electricity management. If you're into survival city builders, it might be time to jump back in. Starfield's November update is here, focusing on performance boosts, bug fixes, and some fun extras. Mods from verified creators are now achievement friendly, letting you customize without missing out on badges. And there's also a free demog land vehicle complete with a rocket launcher and a Thanksgiving themed quest, the perfect recipe where you help a mechanic turned chef in Akela City. With quest fixes and improved stability, it's a great time to jump back into the galaxy. Warhammer Darktide is getting a big free update on December 3rd with Grim Protocols. It adds the brutal Havoc endgame mode for hardcore players, a new mission called Dark Communion, and 3 new weapons, including 2 massive swords and the Ogren Heavy Stubber for mowing down enemies. Another round of Xbox Game Pass departures is coming, and it's your last chance to play some games before they're gone. These are Spirit of the North Enhanced Edition, Soccer Story, Conan Exiles, and Remnant. From the Ashes will no longer be accessible via Game Pass on GeForce Now once they leave the service. Xbox just dropped big news. You'll soon be able to access your purchased games on XCloud. While not directly GeForce Now related, this could be big for cloud gaming as a whole. Here's why. First, it's likely to nudge more developers towards supporting cloud platforms. If games are popping up on xCloud, it's only natural for some of that momentum to spill over to GeForce Now. And second, this kind of competition between cloud services is great for us, the gamers. More competition means more games, better performance, and maybe even more reasonable pricing down the line. It's a solid move by Xbox, and it could have ripple effects that benefit the entire cloud gaming ecosystem, including GeForce Now. The Steam sale is live, and there are some fantastic deals on GeForce Now supported games this week. First up is Disney Dreamlight Valley, perfect if you're looking for something relaxing and creative. For something more action-packed, Monster Hunter World is a great pick to team up with friends and take down some massive monsters. And if you're in the mood for chaos, Teardown lets you smash, build, and demolish to your heart's content. This week's pick is Forza Motorsport, and it's an absolute blast, especially with the recent NASCAR update. Whether you're a die-hard racing fan or just looking to dive into something fast and competitive, this update brings a whole new level of excitement to the track. The NASCAR content is fantastic, with new challenges and iconic cars that are a joy to drive. If you haven't jumped into Forza Motorsport yet, now's the perfect time to hit the gas and experience one of the best racing games out there. That's it for this week. Stalker 2 is out, Star Wars got an update, and Forza Motorsport is the game to check out. Plenty to keep on your radar. Stay connected, stay cloudy.